Hi, Deep Nosy here. Let's go and take you on a little tour of the Retaliator Bomber. Now, underneath, about midway, you'll find a couple of hatches, should I say. Are these open? It's quite a long ship, not quite as long as a Constellation, but not by much, I think. Don't quote me on that one. Right, midway, you go, looks like 2 torpedo tubes there, I think. So look, on the big torpedo bays. Big fellas. The brochure you can get with this mentions these being capital ship destroyers, so it'll be quite interesting to see what they can output. Right, what we'll do is go back to front. So she's full around. We've got this section here. Now this section feels like a engineering post. When you're flying around properly, you can access shields and weaponry. Just by here. As again, there you go. Some more very, very big, very, very scary torpedoes. Now, part of the way down, you'll have this section. And then here, you will have one of the top rear turrets. This has 5 turrets in total, 3 on top, 2 on the bottom. Now, when you head to this part here, this is the rear lower turret. I'm not going to get in, because there seems to be a bug at the moment. When you get into them, you seem to be glitching, and then not only when you glitch and try and get back in, you end up outside the ship. There is the back opposite side of the one we're just in. So we'll head forward again. Again, let's start once again. Right. So this is midsection. On the right hand side, I believe you have some basic, we're going to say as well, on one side of these it is glitchy as well. That side basically gives you a sort of bathroom sort of facilities, but it's kind of glitchy as well. Now this side, again, more big torpedoes. Actually, that's another before. Sorry. You go around this side, and it seems to be this is a walkthrough, and the opposite side is split into 2. This looks like more of a potential kind of captain's quarters more than anything else, I think. We'll have to do it and see. Now we have an upper deck. The upper deck comprises of these, which are usually on some of the brochure clips. You see weaponry. You have beds. It looks like you have enough for 6, which is probably the capacity of the ship. Quite a nice viewport out. You also have a viewport forward, and if you stand here, you have your top turret. So you have your top turret here. There we go. One of the things I like about this ship, and a couple of the ships have it, but this is the first one that I've got to kind of use that's come across it. The lower turrets, unlike the Constellation where you kind of zoom down and you're sitting in it, these spin you around. Now, you sit into it, rather than just going straight down and using it that way, it spins you around. pop you out the bottom like this, which I think is a cooler way. The back turret obviously is supposed to do the same thing if it doesn't chuck you into off the ship and kick you out of the ship. And last but not least, you have the pilot's chair. Maybe. Let's try that again. Maybe you don't have the pilot's chair. For when I've been in the cockpit, it's actually quite a small cockpit. So this, guys, let's try this again. I have noticed that of all the hangar ready ships I've had a look at and tried, this one does feel the most buggy, as you can tell. I mean, it feels a lot of the turrets don't fully work, getting in and out of them. I don't know about the concept sale of this. I know it only recently came back on available to sale, and I sold a few things to get it, but believe it or not, the actual pilot part does work. It's actually quite a small cockpit for such a big ship. But there you go, guys. Sorry I couldn't show you the cockpit. It's one of those things. It seems to work a bit better when you're actually flying it normally. But in the hangar, this is very, very buggy. There's several places in this craft that if you walk into a wall or try and go into a certain part, you will just go straight to the side of the ship. So hopefully it'll get fixed in upcoming patches. But as for now, I love the look of it. I love the idea of having this giant torpedo gunship. But we'll see what happens when it's actually put into practice. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook and Twitch. Catch you later, guys.